Play. NSN Game Rewind bridges a past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today. Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before. The National Soccer Network is now streaming live on Roku. All for packages starting at just $2.99. Don't miss a moment of the action. National Soccer Network on Roku. Every goal, every save, every moment. Game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges a past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today.
Welcome to the Trinity Health Arena here in Muskegon, Michigan. Here we have the women's Muskegon Riders going up against the Youngstown Nighthawks here in a friendly matchup, the second of 3 friendlies for these women Risers, as they will look to improve their team positioning. They have tied their first matchup in the friendly match against Kalamazoo last week. It was a exciting and thrilling 6-6 draw between those two teams, but now the second game out of 3 for these women's Risers going up against the Youngstown Nighthawks, who are having a little bit of a slide this season so far. They are in the MASLW League, and they are currently in 3rd place in the Great Lakes North Conference with a record of 1 win and 4 losses. So this will be a good test for these women Muskegon Riders in this friendly women's matchup to be able to find out if they have what it takes. They look to be able to form an indoor soccer club in 2027 to make a grand return to the Major Arena Soccer League, and haven't had a team in about 4 years. So these are some of their first games in multiple seasons for these Muskegon Risers. And so all 3 of their friendly games will be played here. This is the second one at Trinity Health Arena here for this indoor women's soccer matchup in the Major Arena Soccer League against an opponent like the Youngstown Nighthawks. So they're testing the waters, of course, the Muskegon Risers. They had a 3-goal lead over the Kalamazoo United FC, but eventually slid down to a 6-6 draw. Like we mentioned, thrilling matchup. Their first goal was scored by Grace White to kick off the season. Their starters for this matchup, the Muskegon Women's Risers here. For the goalkeeper is going to be number 0, Bridget Garter. And then the 2 defenders will be number 6, Kathy Hoff, and number 8, Erica Alvarado. And then you got your midfielder, Grace White, again, scoring the first goal of the friendly season here for these Risers. And then your 2 forwards, Haley Lamont, number 9, and Natalie Johnson, number 19. Those will be your five women kicking off this game, or 5 outfield players, plus the goalkeeper, of course. 6-on-6 in this contest. 15-minute quarters. The clock will stop after every stoppage, unlimited substitutions, and then, of course, 10-minute overtime, a single 10-minute overtime if the game is tied after 4 quarters. The PA announcer going over the names of the Muskegon, or no, I'm sorry, the Youngstown Nighthawks, I should say, as they're making their way onto the field right now. They look to be wearing in their all black kits. You can see the Muskegon Risers in all green in the Trinity Health Arena. The starters for the Youngstown, the Nighthawks here, as the PA announcer is going over their names, everybody on the team. Their starters will be their goalkeeper, number 0, Taylor Fairchild. And then their forward, number 2, Mia Williams. And their other forward, Lauren Kinseld, number 11. Midfielder, Maylin Haddad, tied with Mia Williams with goals on the season. Have scored 3 goals each. And then their 2 defenders, Andrea Parado, number 8, and Carly Heelman, number 12. Those are the Youngstown Nighthawks. But as you can see, the Muskegon Risers are slowly but surely making their way onto the field. A grand entrance, their second friendly. Again, big moment for these Risers. Second friendly out of a 3-friendly campaign. To prove their return is worthy for the MASLW heading into 2027. And this is a team that the Risers, based on their matchup against Kalamazoo that they drew 6-6 with, if they can take that energy and especially improve their defense going into this matchup against the Nighthawks, being at home here, this could be one that they have a chance to get their first win in multiple years, multiple seasons, as they've been inactive the last couple of years. And so you can hear the turnout from the audience in the stands, feeling excited that their women's Risers are back in action. A little bit of a light show here, introducing the players for these Muskegon Risers. Through the lineup of the Risers. They have plenty of substitutes as well. 10 outfield substitutes and a second goalkeeper. Going in order of jersey number as they walk out. As the Risers look to bring the energy into this contest here. Again, against the Nighthawks team that's been slipping a little bit. They've lost 4 in a row. Their opponent, the Nighthawks, have really struggled in their first couple of games, have only scored 13 goals, as we mentioned. Maylee Nadoud and Mia Williams have scored 3 each and lead the team in goals. but they've conceded 81 in 4 games. For the Nighthawks, again, they've lost matchups to Detroit City FC twice, to the Columbus Eagles and FC Berlin. On average, they're losing these games by a scoreline of 17-3. So against a friendly opponent here, like the RISERS, might be the most unpredictable matchup, even though it won't count towards the standings for these Nighthawks. It will be very interesting to see how they strategize for a team that has not played, besides last week, of course, in many years. Muskegon RISERS going up against Youngstown Nighthawks. Kickoff will be in just a few moments away as the lights start to return to the stadium.
Throughout the world with the singing of our national anthem, performed today by Joel Olsen. Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you, Joel, for leading us in our national anthem today.
Wonderful national anthem there, as we are moments away from the women's Muskegon RISERS going up against the Youngstown Nighthawks in this friendly women's match. Women's Muskegon RISERS will be in all green. They are on the left side of the field right now, and the Youngstown Nighthawks in their classic midnight blue to black coloring for their kits as well. On the right side of the field, again, 15-minute quarters in this contest. 6-on-6. Let's get ready for some indoor soccer. Again, Muskegon RISERS have scored 6 goals in their first game, their first friendly that happened last week against Kalamazoo United, compared to 13 goals scored on the season in 4 games for the Youngstown Nighthawks. How will they do when these two teams clash? We're about to find out. Will Muskegon's unpredictability be too much for Youngstown to handle, or will the experience of a full season that Youngstown have had be enough to overwhelm Muskegon's return? Friendly matchup just moments away. Looks as if the Nighthawks will take this first kickoff. They'll start things off with Mia Williams to take the kickoff. Whistle's blown in. Here we go. First matchup here between these two teams. Muskegon RISERS, Youngstown Nighthawks headed away and immediately out of bounds into the stands. That's going to be a quick throw in, or just a quick simple free kick here. My apologies, for Youngstown at Nighthawks. Going to go all the way towards Carly Hillman. We'll just pass it back towards that back line, and we'll send it all the way to the right side of the field, as they'll opt to just look to keep the ball, try to maintain possession. But you see that higher press that Muskegon's looking for, trying to force a turnover early into this contest. Nearly had the ball for a second there, but a good takeaway back. Mia Williams, once again, going to try and drive down that left side of the field. Now it's going to be brought back. Youngstown having a good chance. Mia, it hits the crossbar and then back down. Looks like Muskegon's going to try and win this one back. They're going to try to sprint past the Nighthawks, but an early chance here for the Nighthawks. Just couldn't get by. A little bit of a collision there. That was Grace White, again, scoring the first goal of the season for Muskegon. Let's see what she can do to influence her team's success today. That one's going to be dribbled around there on that left side. Natalie Johnson trying to send an early pass down, getting towards that final third. We'll send it all the way back towards Kathy Hoff on that right side. We'll try to pick up a teammate there. That was Natalie Johnson, but it's going to go slowly back to the keeper, Taylor Fairchild. She'll pass it on this left side. A little wide open lane there for the Nighthawks. And try and go back and forth again. You can use the walls to your advantage. Oh, what a beautiful goal. Top left corner, and the Youngstown Nighthawks take an early lead here, a minute and a half into this contest. So you see the pass back and forth. Yet number 12 taking a rocket shot, and that is Carly Hillman, defender. Just putting her laces through the ball and putting it where not even the keeper can even get it. Starting things off a 1-0 lead for the Nighthawks. Definitely a good morale boost after the way their season have been going so far. Here come Muskegon, trying to win that ball back, but not for long, as the Nighthawks will take control once again. And that one's going to get lifted up back into the stands. Good thing the coach was there to deflect the ball. But Muskegon will win this one. They'll try to send a nice little through ball. Perhaps looking for Johnson there. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's Alexis Chamel coming off the bench. Again, unlimited substitutions from either team allowed in these indoor soccer rules. Trying to defend this one away is Muskegon. Nighthawks on top of the ball, going to try and kick this one through the laces, and that's going to be picked up by Garter. And we'll try to launch this ball as far down the field. Gets it to around midfield, but it trickles down. It'll be brought back. Talia Jarvie-Tyler gets brought down. That's going to be a foul. Free kick in a dangerous spot here for Muskegon, as they see themselves down 1-0 early in this contest. Gonna take a wild shot. Oh, looking to get that curve. Just couldn't get as sharp of a bend on the ball as she would have liked. But a good... Oh! Tried to slide the ball through, but that's going to be picked up there and just lifted up high over the top right of the goal. Lots of quick, high-speed action going on at once. Fast passes. Almost caught the Nighthawks off guard. It looks like the ref will want the Nighthawks to restart that possession. Potentially, we're not ready to either start the clock there or something. But the ref will send the ball back towards the keeper, Taylor Fairchild. And she'll toss this one downfield, trying to find a teammate. But that one slips by her. Goes back towards Tyler, who will pass it all the way to the keeper. It's going to be a good deflection. Jarvie-Tyler's going to have to quickly get that one back to avoid a potential shot from the Nighthawks. It's going to go all the way back down to find Muskegon as they try to pick this one back up while they can. Emily Olsen passing it towards Schimmel on that right side, using the wall to our advantage. Olsen with a good shot. Oh, just barely off the left side of the post, but it hits the wall, makes its way back around. Now in an advantage state for the Nighthawks, having to track all the way back. Brandy Jo Craig will just allow the ball to slowly trickle down to the keeper, Garter. She'll launch this one once again, and that one I believe made its way out of bounds there. And so as we wait for the restart, you'll see players from both sides substituting in and out. Although it looks like since the keeper immediately tossed the ball out of bounds from the throw-in, looks like instead of it being a free kick from where the ball went out of bounds, it will be a free kick. Maybe less than 10 yards from goal. The wall does its job there for the Nighthawks, trying to chip the keeper off the top of the boards there, right above the goal. The Nighthawks looking dangerous in these first couple of minutes here. Muskegon trying to track this one all the way down, perhaps looking for Madeline Johnson once again. Couldn't reach her in time. The Nighthawks will recover. We'll go back on that left side of the field. We'll try to find some teammates to pass it down towards. Looking for Mia Ortiz on that left side. Tries to run out of space a little bit. Fumbles the ball a little bit is Garter. But it's able to stick back with Muskegon. No, pass it all the way back towards Fairchild. Now back across midfield. Going to take advantage of the left side of the field once again. Ortiz trying to slide that ball through Garter. Garter is just going to wait until a run up to gather that one. Again, spilling the ball once again. Couldn't get a clean touch to it. But the game is still kept at a 1-0 contest so far. So a couple of dribbles. Not bad moves there. That was Vivi Morales trying to play it back towards her keeper, Fairchild. She'll have to play it back. Nighthawks really liking the left side of the field so far. That's where they've been able to have the most success early on in this contest. Muskegon's able to take over as they tried to find a teammate there. Just couldn't get it to work. Looking for Amy Garcia. There's number 21 there. She'll pass it across. Tried to find Kathy Hoff. Looking perhaps using a left foot, but just overall trying to find possession of the ball. We'll just look to just collect themselves. Get a nice little restart as they pass it back towards Haley Lamont. Hoff back to Lamont once again. Going to look for a little through ball off the wall. Nobody was there to recover. Goes back up towards Grace White, who shoots. Goes towards the right side of the goal. Nighthawks still can't really get it out of their area. It's going to stick with Lamont. They try to pick it back up. Grace White with a good shot and through the legs and in. And Grace White adds to her goal total and scores the first goal of not only the first game of the season, but now in the second game of the friendly season as well. A great pickpocket there by Lamont to put it in perfect position for Grace White to kick that ball under the keeper's legs and back into the back of the net. And that is a goal. First goal of the night for Muskegon to tie things up 1 apiece. Love the enthusiasm. Penalty box. Crazy sign. You love to see it. You see all the fans cheering. Their team is on the board. Muskegon Risers here in the Trinity Health Arena. Excited that their team has an opportunity to return to the MASLW League in 2027. Their first games in about 4 years. And they have just tied the game against an official MASLW League team in the Youngstown Nighthawks. We get a nice sweeping shot of the crowd. All the fans there to support the return of their women's Muskegon Risers. Everyone's very happy about the goal to tie things up here in this contest. nearing the halfway point of the first quarter. Things are tied, 1 apiece. And now we have Mia Williams, once again, one of the leading goal scorers for the Nighthawks. Going to kick things off here to resume this first quarter. And so we're underway once again. Here come the Nighthawks. How can they respond against the RISERS, who've been looking decent in the last couple of minutes? But now, nice little through ball towards the right side. Looking to try and find their teammate there, Lauren Kaminsky. And Kaminsky with a good shot. Oh, near deflection. That would have been an own goal there, but luckily that one just went wide to the left. And so now the RISERS just looking to take this ball and push it as far away from their own goal as possible. Emily Olsen trying to track that one down, but the Nighthawks are there to take advantage and to win that ball back. We'll let the ball trickle down past midfield, but not before the RISERS are able to win it back. Send it to their goalkeeper, Bridget Garter. Garter's going to look to send this one forward while she can. Tries to find a teammate on that left side who wins it back. Great effort there from Muskegon. Again, Emily Olsen doing a lot of the heavy lifting there, but as soon as the Nighthawks end up winning the ball back, they get called back. And so the ref saw something that they did not like. Ball will be placed right around midfield. Looks like it's going to be a free kick going in the opposite direction here for Muskegon. We'll try to send a nice little sly ball down the middle there. But good read by the Nighthawks to take that one away and launch it into the stands. And so the ball will go down. It will be the Nighthawks kick once again. No, my apologies. Based on the way. Yeah. Okay, so the Nighthawks. My intuition was correct the first time. The Nighthawks will take this one. Just a direct shot on target. And what a goal. My goodness. Number 12, Carly Eelman. Her second goal of the evening. Right from the free kick position. Goes by everybody. And resumes and retakes the lead for the Nighthawks. Just doesn't even think about passing it to anybody. Clips the inside of that left goal post and sneaks its way in. And just like that, Muskegon find themselves down a goal once again. Carly Eelman. Give her a lot of credit. 2 goals a brace in this contest so far. And it's only the first quarter. But now Muskegon, they did very well responding to that first goal. How well can they respond after going down once again? As the Nighthawks once again try to operate on that left side. We'll play it back as the ball gets lifted up into the air. And that'll find its way out of bounds. It'll be in favor of Muskegon this time around. Don't even know if they were ready for that free kick. The ball just went by everybody. If anybody can score, though, it's Grace White trying to pass it back towards Lamont. Now it'll be Natalie Johnson. You got the starters back in the game. This will go towards Kathy Hoff. Hoff advances beyond midfield. She'll pass towards the left. Looking towards Lamont. I'm going to go off the wall. Lamont trying to fight the header there. Now Grace White trying for a little chipper. And that stays in play. Doesn't look like it was enough, though. Might have just clipped the top of the boards. And so that'll go in favor of the Nighthawks. It's a decent spell of possession, though. It looks like maybe Fairchild took that a little bit too quickly once again. So she'll just throw this one downfield, trying to find a teammate to work with. She'll look for Helen Haviter. Get taken away by White. White going to try and find Lamont. Able to find Johnson now. Johnson back to White, but no, gets pickpocketed away. Good takeaway by Markey there. And now all the way back towards the keeper. Muskegon wins the ball back. Garter just trying to pass it up towards White. White trying to control that midfield. Tried to pass it towards Johnson. but maybe just sliced the ball a little bit. And so that one's going to go out of play. And it's a 2-1 game here. The Nighthawks scoring 2 goals, both by number 12, their defender, Carly Heelman. Now Muskegon has an attacking opportunity here. Talia Jarvie-Tyler trying to bounce it off the wall. She spins around trying to find a place. That's going to be a foul against the Nighthawks. And now a very advantageous spot for Muskegon. Just a few yards away from goal. How are they going to work with this set piece opportunity? They lay it off, trying to find a teammate there, looking for Shamel. We'll turn back around for Olsen, but the Nighthawks just able to steal that one away. Muskegon trying to win it back, but it will just a couple of yards down beyond midfield as they win it back and try to go back towards attacking territory. A little bit of a tumble there, but no foul called as the Nighthawks will try to muscle their way back onto the ball, and they do. Good takeaway there by Morales. They tried to spring forward that attacking player up, but now here comes Muskegon. Have a couple of options. Olsen going to try and take the shot herself. Oh, off the wall there. There's a decent chance by Jarvie-Tyler. But now is a good chance to get that ball back. Off the wall once again. Trying to find a good opportunity to take that shot. Now it's clipped up off the wall, and oh, that was a good, dangerous chance for Muskegon there. Jarvie-Tyler lifted that one high up, but they just couldn't put it in the back of the net. That was a great chance for Alexis Shamel. But now it's going to be another swap once again as the first quarter starts to wind down. Still plenty of time in the contest. It will be a timeout that is called as both teams try to look over the game plan. And so Muskegon down 2-1 in this contest. It was the first goal of the game scored by Carly Eelman of the Youngstown Nighthawks. And then a quick response by Grace White to make it 1-1 for Muskegon. And then Carly Heelman once again, the defender, is here on the left side of the Nighthawks surrounding players on the field with an amazing set piece goal from just beyond the 50 midfield. Launches it into the back of the net. 2-1 lead for the Nighthawks. Again, have really struggled entering this season. The Nighthawks have lost 4 straight in their December contests and early January contests. But in this friendly, they seem to have a little bit of control, majority control against Muskegon. Though I'd say it's been more so an even contest across the board between the two teams. Lots of decent opportunities. And so let's see what Muskegon can come up with. Let's see how they can use their forwards. Haley Lamont, Natalie Johnson could get a couple of goals in there. Had a few goals for last week's contest when they had that 6-6 draw against Kalamazoo. Looking to add to their goal tally tonight as well, as they find themselves down, needing this timeout to try to game plan for not only the remainder of this first quarter, but for the remainder of the contest. You see everyone in the audience having a lot of fun in the arena. Like we mentioned, they're happy the team is back. The team is getting a chance to come back. The team's going to try to prove that in these 3 games that they do deserve to be amongst the ranks of the MASOW in 2027. And it's been about 4 years since Muskegon have had a women's indoor soccer team. They had a draw last week in their first game back in 4 years. And now it will be Natalie Johnson to take this kickoff to resume play for this first quarter. The field has switched, though. They have swapped fields. Almost makes me wonder if that was the end of the quarter and we might now be into second quarter play if they've switched field orientation here. But either way, here come the Muskegon Risers. Making their way downfield, and that's going to be out of bounds. That will be a free kick opportunity for the Nighthawks. They try to push this one up. Oh, up to try and... I thought they were going to play it back to the keeper, but instead they'll keep it around their 2 defenders here. Now on the right side of the field, looking for Mia Williams. So pass it around, but it gets taken away fairly quickly by Johnson. They'll try to keep it Muskegon, but Lamont loses it rather quickly here to the Nighthawks. Pass it to a wide open player. Nighthawks going to try to go off the wall. Didn't really have a teammate to connect with. Perhaps maybe looking for Mia Williams off the wall. And now that was a good kick away by Garter. Just trying to get that one out as you saw some players from the Nighthawks tracking that down. Give me a free kick here. Oh, just squeezes through the wall, but lost a lot of power when it hit the wall. And so the Risers trying to win this one back. But good, strong effort there. Carly Heumann, again, has a brace in this contest for the Nighthawks. Has scored both goals. Can she make it a hat trick opportunity? And so it does indeed look like we are in second quarter action as the field has swapped between the 2 teams. Sliding save there by Carter. Oh, good opportunity for Williams. Muskegon Risers have to go back in defense here. Take that one back. Now that one will be played wide. Good shot by Williams, but going to be blocked there from Muskegon once again. Muskegon have spent a lot of time in their own half right now. They got to get the ball away from the Nighthawks. Decent use of control right there, but the Nighthawks will once again take it back. It's Mia Nadad passing it. Trying to find her teammate. Looking for Amelie Nadad. The fans trying to get the Risers back into this contest. They're down 1. That's going to be a takedown, a foul, a free kick, and a free restart for the Risers. Brought beyond midfield. Oh, and just off the substitution, able to take that one. What a solid move there by Harlan Havelt. They play it wide. Oh, they had a player, but they're going to use the ball to go off that right side of the wall there. It was a good look at it, but just couldn't get the control they were looking for. Going to try and go off the wall this time around. The Risers got to be careful as they lose the ball here. A little bit of a shove off the ball. That was a little bit of a heavier shove off the ball. And once again, the Risers will win a free kick. So it would be number 15, Emily Olsen. Oh no, they're going to go all the way to the keeper, Garter. Garter will play it back. Perhaps trying to find Aaron Brown. As the ball gets popped up and over onto the far wall. Bounces back around towards the night. Markey had it for a moment. She'll pass it towards Johnson. Kendall Johnson with the ball, trying to fight away a couple of RISERS defenders. We use the ball, the wall, I should say, to our advantage. Going to be a far shot once again. That's going to go well over the boards. Hits the net. And so Garter will once again take this throw. Try to launch this one, but couldn't get that one to her teammate. Was looking for Elena Santana. But it gets taken away there by the Nighthawks. As they opt to play it back. Muskegon tried to find Santana once again. Natalie Johnson passing it back. Trying to find Alexa Chamel once again. And then Julie Hernandez Veras goes back to Carter. Heavy collision into the wall there. You heard that. Now Kathy Hoff trying to win it back for Muskegon as it goes off the wall. Muskegon with a decent spell of possession this time around. The ball's going to go all the way to the keeper. Good eye read from Garter, but now she's got to get back. She's out of position. Muskegon do well in defense to win it back. Now Johnson has a lane. Will pass it towards Santana. Santana has had an opportunity to shoot, but tried to use the outside of her right boot to send a little pass towards Johnson. Tried to slide that ball over, but gets taken away immediately by the Nighthawks. They'll play this one off the wall. No goals have scored or have been scored so far in this second quarter. As that one makes its way out of bounds. This one should return to Muskegon. This will be a heavy, heavy shot. How far down will this ball go? It's just going to slide through the corner boards. Easily collected by Fairchild. This one will get lifted up. Have a couple of players in this area now. Trying to work with it. Still in their own spot. Youngstown. Their own half of the field. They tried to lift it up, but it's good takeaway there by Kathy Hoff. Couldn't hold on to it for long. Mia Ortiz wins it back for the Nighthawks, but not before getting taken away there. Now a decent chance for Muskegon. Oh, just barely wide to the left. It was a good-looking chance. Here comes Johnson for Muskegon. Will pass it off the boards to Hoff. Hoff going to play it towards Alvarado. Alvarado going to lift it up. But now the Nighthawks take advantage once more. Keeper's got to play that right, and she does. Lifts it back up. The Nighthawks will get possession, but the ball will be deep in their own territory once again. This will go back down towards Allie Farrell. And now towards Aid Velez. Back to Farrell. Tries for a good takeaway. Good stuff for Muskegon to try to win that ball back. But now it's a good-looking chance for Johnson. Has Lamont on the inside. Will choose to play it back instead. This one gets lifted up. Oh, across the inside of the left post and in. Very similar to how the Nighthawks scored their second, but this one was an open play. And so what? Goal by number 26? That is defender Brandy Jo Craig with an unbelievable shot from near midfield. Let's take a look at this again. So I thought it was a mess up there by Johnson, not seeing Lamont, but then just an immediately lift up. I think that looks like that was number 6. Kathy Hoff, I think, scored that one just by taking a look at the number on the back. And so I think we're waiting to see if the goal is going to be confirmed there for Muskegon. You can see the scoreboard still says 2-1 in the stadium themselves, as it looks like the also that the second quarter might be nearing its end. We might be getting closer to halftime. But let's see what happens. Either way, that was absolutely a goal. They shall count that one. It was an unbelievable rocket shot from Kathy Hoff. Again, putting it where no one can get it, just clipping the inside of the left post. We'll see if there's really only 10 seconds left in this second quarter based on that, based on the board up top. I assume that was just the timer for the timeout. Yeah, so they will be continuing this play, and then we'll have that timeout there. So I guess they started a little prematurely. But now this game is tied 2-2. The Nighthawks have their lead surrendered and squandered once again. Muskegon brings it back, responds diligently twice in a row after going down. And you hear the PA announcer, number 6, Kathy Hoff, with the unbelievable shot. Again, from open play as well. The ball was falling back to her, and she just decides to take it from where she was, almost at midfield, and it goes in. Solid takeaway there. No foul called on that one. You could argue that the Nighthawks should have won a foul there, but either way, they're going to get the ball deep in attacking territory, trying to win it back. Lauren Kaminsky does not get called for that foul. It will be a free kick. You have Hannah Landstorm in goalkeeper now for Muskegon, as they try to muscle their way back onto the ball, using the wall to the advantage. Comes back around. Here's a decent chance as they try to pass it back. They're going to take a wild shot off the top crossbar once again. So many chances for Muskegon have been off the crossbar or the posts, or just very, very close. But either way, they're doing well to keep possession. Continuing a lot of press onto these Nighthawks, trying to overwhelm them. This last couple of minutes have been a lot more physical this time around between these two teams. As you can just see like that, an insane shoulder charge. Body checks all over the field. But that last one may have been the most egregious, as it is worthy of winning a free kick for Muskegon. And it's going to end up being a goalkeeper throw instead. She'll roll it out towards Hoff, goal scorer for Muskegon. Lamont trying to win it back, but it's going to be spun back around. And now a good chance to put this one down, but just couldn't find Johnson. Put a little bit too much air on the ball, makes its way out of bounds and into the stands. And so they'll pass it wide once again. They'll drive down the field. These Nighthawks, can they restore their lead for a third time? Or go back up by a goal? Or will it be Muskegon that makes a second unanswered goal happen? Will we have another goal scored this quarter? That was the first goal scored in the second quarter. And so far, the only one. If Muskegon score again, they will take the lead on these Nighthawks. Have not had the lead once today, Muskegon. Have been fighting from behind. Pretty common in their last matchup against Kalamazoo. And so far in this matchup, have fought from behind twice as they win this turnover here. Trying to lift this one up towards Johnson. Solid chance, but Fairchild with a good takeaway there. Another solid lift up back to Johnson. Could she take the shot off the volley? She couldn't. That's going to be a foul. It'll be a free kick awarded to the Nighthawks. So a couple of solid chances there for Muskegon. It was Natalie Johnson that had the bulk of the opportunities on that possession. But an immediate win back for Muskegon. Lamont's tracking all the way back. Looks like we have a player down for Muskegon. It's hard to tell who that is. 31, that's Grace White. Ooh, she scored the first goal of the contest. Let's see, hope that she is okay. Looks like she still might be on the field, so should be all good. This one goes back to other goal scorer, Kathy Hoff. We'll try to find Lamont. This one will bounce off the wall, trying to find her teammate on that left side of the field. As it just barely crosses across midfield until we find the ball popping up into the air for a couple of headers there. But now it's going to track all the way back towards the keeper for a nice little grab. And she'll just try to launch that one towards Lamont on that left side, trying to use that side to their advantage here against the Nighthawks. Second quarter's got about a minute to go, according to the PA announcer, as the Nighthawks were really tracking down, looking to get a shot on target. Have had many shots on target in this quarter. It's been majority Muskegon for this quarter. That's how they've been able to claw themselves back into this game. The Nighthawks seem like they might be content with taking this half to the half with a draw for this game so far. As the ball makes its way all the way back towards the keeper for the Nighthawks, Fairchild. She'll lay it off on that right side. Tries to push the ball forward a little bit. Let's see how the Nighthawks, if they can do anything for the remainder of the quarter. Looks like Muskegon will once again, solid turnover that they forced. As they're winning the ball back. Any couple of chances. And that looks to be it. We won't get an additional free kick for the remainder of this second quarter. So that will do it at halftime here. It is a 2-2 contest between Muskegon Risers and the Youngstown Nighthawks. So we will see you in about 15 minutes or so for the third and fourth quarters of this women's friendly match here at Trinity Health Arena.
Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today.
An all-out battle of skill, passion, and determination. The NISA Pro Cup, presented by the National Soccer Network. The stage is set. 10 teams, 8 days, 1 trophy, 3 moment, exclusively on Roku TV. It all kicks off October 13th on the National Soccer Network.
An injured knee might look pretty simple, but there's a whole person behind that injury. At Trinity Health, we combine all the knowledge and expertise of a national health system with personalized healthcare that treats the individual behind the injury. Because we see all of you.
Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before. Experience the thrill of the game like never before with NSN's. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the start of the third quarter here between the Muskegon RISERS, my apologies there, versus the Youngstown Nighthawks. I got the two names. I was looking at the scoreboard there. I got them mixed up. My apologies. But what a thrilling first half here between Muskegon RISERS and the Youngstown Nighthawks. The Nighthawks, of course, got out to a 1-0 lead, which was then brought back to 1-1 by the Muskegon RISERS. Then the Nighthawks went back up to a 2-1 lead. So they've taken the lead twice so far in this contest. But then that was the end of the first quarter. The entire second quarter, we've only had one goal, and that was the Muskegon RISERS once again responding and tying this game up 2 apiece. So now 2 quarters of soccer to go here. Which team will take it home? Will the Youngstown Nighthawks continue to score and lead the Muskegon RISERS, or will the RISERS score a couple of unanswered goals and find a way to get their first win in years? These are their first games back in about 4 years as a team. Of course, the second of 3 friendly games that the Muskegon RISERS will be playing before they look to officially rejoin the MASOW in 2027. For the Muskegon Risers, Grace White scored the first goal. And then Kathy Hoff, the defender, number 6, scored a worldie of a goal from nearing midfield. Takes a crazy shot that has an insane amount of bend to it, hits the left side of the post, and goes into the back of the net. Youngstown Nighthawks scored 2 goals as well, both by one person. Carly Heumann, defender number 12. Her second goal via a free kick. Both goals, honestly, were stunning for the Nighthawks. So a lot of acrobatic and flashy goals for both teams here. It's just a matter of who will take the lead in this friendly after 2 more quarters. And it looks like the Nighthawks will once again take the kickoff here to start this third quarter with number 2, Mia Williams. There we go. We are underway. Start of the third quarter here. Youngstown Nighthawks looking to restore their lead that they've had for pretty much the entirety of the first quarter, most of the second. Muskegon looking to establish a lead of their own for the first time. Takes a wild shot first and foremost. Nails off the back of a Nighthawks player. And that will go all the way back towards the Risers. We'll play it onto that left side of the field as they look to track it back to go off the wall, perhaps looking for a teammate to take that shot. That's Jarvie Tyler now trying to pass it around towards Craig. You got a Nighthawks player down, but they're going to try and send this one forward. They have Mia Williams way up there, but it's a decent save to kick things off for goalkeeper Bridget Garter. So it looks like everyone's back up and good and healthy. So play will resume here. Fairchild will push that one away. And now, a decent chance here. Did she find the corner? She couldn't. That was Alexis Chamel. Now, decent chance there. Number 26, Brandy Jo Craig. Trying to find some good opportunities as well. We'll take the ball here. Finds a shot off the head. Rebounds, and it's in the back of the net. And I think that's going to count for number 15, Emily Olsen. And that is the second unanswered goal for the Muskegon Risers. Jarvie Tyler off of her face and then deflects onto Emily Olsen. And the Risers will have the lead for the first time in this contest. And it comes a minute into the third quarter. And so now the Nighthawks down 3-2. Mia Williams, quick spin move, trying to equalize, and she does. A mere 5 seconds after the restart, Mia Williams silences the crowd as fast as the game just started. That is incredible athleticism to use that spin move to find some open space and just get by the keeper. It was a very, very short-lived jubilation for the Risers. And the Nighthawks find their way back into this contest, proving that the Risers need to work a little bit harder if they want to come away with their first win in this friendly series. Now the Nighthawks once again looking to restore possession. Weren't able to score a goal this fast on the restart this time around, but Mia Williams looking to take a shot. Garter was there, paid attention. Now she'll lay it off towards Brandy Jo Craig. And she'll try to pass it back towards Olsen, who scored the goal. Now laid down. Oh, almost slipped underneath the goalkeeper there, Fairchild. Luckily, she was able to get some hands on it. Mia Williams, again, scored that third goal to equalize for the Nighthawks. Will just allow that ball to trickle over into the box for Garter to get some hands on it. It will be a restart, and it will be in favor of the Nighthawks. They'll have a free kick in a pretty dangerous spot here. Going to look to try to use potentially number 13, Olivia Balug. You got a couple of players, one standing right next to the keeper, one just entering the box, and then you got one on the outside. Oh, up and in! And that's going to go in for the Youngstown Nighthawks. What an incredible free kick goal. Olivia Balug there. That one clipped just the underside of the crossbar. Or maybe not. Maybe it was just always rising and just snuck its way right below the top crossbar of the goal. Either way, it counts all the same. And the Nighthawks not only come back to tie this game against the Risers, but they restore their 1-goal lead, and they are up 4-3. 2 quick goals in very fast succession. And now the Risers have to respond after a quick whiplash. We're up 3-2 at the start of this third quarter. After scoring in the start of the third quarter, it was 2-2 just about 5 minutes ago. 3 goals have been scored in just about 5 minutes. Garter going to try and just lay that one off and kick it towards the boards. Probably couldn't use her hands to it because it was just an automatic pass back from a player. But here come the Nighthawks. Trying to spin around that section. They are able to win the ball back. Risers will go towards Aaron Brown. Gets pushed down, but not enough for a foul. As the Nighthawks can look to add a third unanswered goal, but Garter's going to get that one. We'll now try to drop kick the ball to push it well beyond the 50, but only Nighthawks players were there. Now this one will be lifted high up, headed away. Risers trying to find themselves back into this contest. It's been a tough 5 minutes for them since scoring. This one gets thrown well beyond midfield, but the Risers are able to take possession in this point in time. See how much they can hold on to the ball, as it looks like Jarvie Tyler trying to win this one for the Risers. Looks like the ref will call a foul, a free kick. It will go in favor of the Nighthawks, though. I think the Nighthawks just wanted to play advantage as they already had the ball by the time the ref had called that foul. And so now the Nighthawks deflected away by the Risers. This one got popped up, and that'll go out of bounds. So it'll be another free kick for the Nighthawks. That one's going to hit the corner boards here. Now it's spun back around to try to gain possession here. Jarvie Tyler trying to just break away from a couple of defenders. Solid juke moves to find some open space. Jarvie Tyler going to take the shot herself. Could not get the angle that she wanted. Olsen now looking to get around those boards, but it's going to be collected by the keeper. That's Fairchild. Insane spin move. Wow, left me speechless there with the spin move as it spins all the way around towards 16. Kendall Johnson trying to find that path. It was an insane move by Abby Markey. But the Risers able to take advantage and make sure nothing happens from that. Emily Olsen will slide that one down, perhaps looking for a couple of teammates. Couldn't connect with Katara Skygast. Her or Alexis Chamel were the two options for that pass. The Risers will now look to try to defend once again. We'll look to try not to get a shot against Johnson. Garter will take that free kick. She'll lay it off towards Katara Skygast. Back around towards Chamel, but it gets taken away there. This will go off the wall. We picked up by Ortiz. Not before the Risers can win it back. Launch downfield. Trying to find, once again, Chamel. Ortiz gets body checked into the walls. And so that will be enough for a foul. We will have a free kick here for the Nighthawks. Again, two quick successive goals. Goalkeeper faked using her hands to catch the ball, but was outside of her box. Would not have been able to use her hands there. And so smartly uses the chest to bring it down to her feet to kick that one away. And now all the way back to the other keeper as the Nighthawks will look to regain some possession in this contest. As that ball gets lifted up. Looks like another attack. Oh, we got a blue card here. A blue card for number 8. That is Andrea Percorado. Looks like the captain. She's wearing the captain's armband. We might have a little bit of a power play for the Muskegon RISERS. Power play equivalent. Where for the next 2 minutes, the Nighthawks will be down a player. And so now a 6-on-5 opportunity for 2 minutes for the Muskegon RISERS. This will be a great opportunity for them to get back into this contest and to score a goal to even up the game at 4 apiece. Both teams strategizing during this quick timeout period to figure out what the best course of action going forward is. The Nighthawks, you're just looking to keep your lead, probably having a lot of your defenders in the game for these 2 minutes. So you ensure that the RISERS don't get as many shots on target as they can. The RISERS will want to just push the ball forward, find some open lanes with the passing game, and get a couple of good shots on target. They're down just 1 goal. And they could definitely get that goal back. Now being up a player for the next 2 minutes. So you see only 5 players, 4 in a diamond formation here for the Nighthawks as they look to try to defend Muskegon RISERS. You see 4 in frame right now. They do have 6 total players on the field. That one goes off the wall here, trying to find a teammate. But now the Nighthawks are just going to try and kick the ball as far away as they can, try to drain the clock for the power play for the RISERS. This one will be off the wall. Kathy Hoff trying to use it to her advantage to try to find Jarvie Tyler, who's just going to use her right foot to try to take the shot off the wall, and it's in! And the power play goes to the advantage of the Muskegon RISERS. They take quick advantage and are able to score to bring this game back to a draw. Haley Lamont, number 9 forward, with the 4th goal for the RISERS in this contest. Jarvie Tyler off the wall. The keeper had a little bit of a deflection, but just couldn't get up in time to dive back down and save that goal. And so because the RISERS have scored, it will go back to an even 6-on-6 matchup as they took advantage of that power play to the fullest extent. And so now looking for another quick goal, but just got the ball tripped up under her feet there. Number 11, Lauren Kaminsky. They're trying to find Mia Williams forward, trying to recreate that 4th goal. Or no, I'm sorry, the 3rd goal that they scored to tie that one back up, but not as successful this time around. They tried to pass it softly to their keeper. That was Katara Skygast. They're trying to roll it over, but Nighthawks were all over that. And now they have possession. This one's going to get brought all the way back beyond midfield towards the defender. It'll go over as it just hits the top of the corner of those boards. That was Carly Heelman, who has 2 goals herself in this contest for the Nighthawks. Nice solid spin move there. Slides down. Now looking for Kaminsky, who got brought down there. The RISERS will win this one back. Solid spin move by there to send it towards the right side of the field, looking for Shamel. Solid dive and save there for Fairchild. Fairchild will push this one forward. And good deflection and takeaway for the RISERS. They win this one back. Shamel once again going to go off the wall. was looking for a teammate, perhaps finding Aaron Brown. Brown trying to find that ball once again. Shamel, ooh, off the feet of No Doubt. And we have a player here for the Risers down. I don't know if I can tell who that is exactly. That might have been something that must have happened off frame. And so we only hope that she is okay, a player for the Muskegon Risers. As they had just tied this contest 4-4. And looks like it might stay like that for the remainder of the third. And so both teams will use this as an opportunity to chat with their players once again, to try to find themselves back into this contest, to see if they can find that game winner. There is one full quarter left to go, plus whatever is left of the third. You can see the player for the Risers maybe describing it as could be either a shoulder or a knee injury. She was motioning her shoulder for a little bit. But if she's limping, then yeah, it could be a knee based on a slight gingerly limp. That's number 15. That's Emily Olsen, a forward for the Risers. She scored the fourth goal there off the power play. Or no, I apologize. It was the third goal. It was like a minute into the third quarter. Emily Olsen scored off like the header that was inside the box that just conveniently landed in her area, able to kick that one past the keeper. So if that was her last action leading up to that injury, it was a significant contribution for Emily Olsen in this contest. But now a chance. Oh, off the left post. The keeper Garter was very confident that the ball was not going in, and maybe was a little bit more nervous after seeing that ball hit the post, and that ball goes well up into the stands there. But easily brought back down for the Risers. This will be Charlie Volmier winning it back, cutting across towards Garcia. But the Nighthawks will try to win this back. Garter will launch that one up before Javier can get to it. And that will go well out of bounds. It will be a free kick. The keeper just launching it out of play. So a direct free kick opportunity for the Nighthawks. They're going to have a three-person wall, the Risers. Taking this free kick will be number 7. Mainly No Doubt. Oh, tried to cut across the left side of the wall. The wall does its job, though. Risers trying to push this one. They had 3 players streaking forward, but No Doubt with a good block for the Nighthawks. And now it's cut back around towards Morales. It goes out of play. It will be a Nighthawks ball. Oh, solid shot. Saved by Garter. Garter just going to look to slowly roll this one out towards a teammate. Looking for Hernandez Veras. Garter will just... Oh, nice little juke move by Garter. Now just try to play this one forward. Perhaps looking for Volmier, but just had a little too much pace on it. We'll return to the captain, Andrea Percado, for the Nighthawks, as it's now spun around to try to find Javier. Now towards Markey. It goes underneath the legs of the goalkeeper Garter, and that's going to go in possibly moments before the third quarter ends. The Nighthawks restore their 1-goal lead once again. Just couldn't get 2 hands on it. Is Garter. A goalkeeper mistake as it just goes underneath their legs and goes into the back of the net. And so Abby Markey is the 5th goal scorer here for these Nighthawks. And so Muskegon Risers making this just as entertaining and thrilling as the last contest, where it was a 6-6 draw. They have a chance to equalize, and they do! Just from there, Muskegon brings it 5-5. Is that Emily Olsen that just came back onto the field? Let's find out who got the final touch onto this ball. This one spun back around. I can't exactly tell who had scored that goal. But what a shot there. Looks like with less than 30 seconds to go before the quarter is up. Looks like that might have been the last kick of the third quarter, as far as I know as well. We might be at the timeout heading into the fourth, based on the fact that there's about 2.5 minutes on that timer. And so if that was the last kick of the game, or not of the game, I'm sorry, of the quarter, it looks like it might not be, though, as you see some players for the Nighthawks getting ready to get back into formation. And so it looks like this will be the end of the third quarter. So we'll take a quick break and we'll see you at the start of the fourth. To the start of the fourth quarter here. Very entertaining matchup. It is 5-5. The third quarter started when it was 2-2. So each team scored 3 goals apiece in the third quarter alone. This is a thrilling matchup. There has not been more than a 1-goal lead in this entire contest. It was 1-0 Nighthawks, then 1-1, then 2-1 Nighthawks, then 2-2. Then the Risers took a 3-2 lead. Then it was 3-3, then 4-3 Nighthawks. Then it became 4-4, then 5-5 or 5-4 Nighthawks, and now 5-5 the Muskegon Risers with the last kick of the quarter tied it up. And so what will the rest of this game have for us here? Will the Muskegon Risers have their second tie in this friendly series, or will we see a winner? Less than 15 minutes to find out the answer to that question. As that ball makes its way out of bounds, we will have a free kick early on here. Looks like it'll be in favor of the Nighthawks. So now they'll pop this one up. Oh, and just hits the net. And so that'll be right back to the goalkeeper. And they sub out the goalkeeper. This is Hannah Landstrom in there now. Garter had a tough mistake allowing that fifth goal for the Nighthawks. And so I think they were going to sub out and put in Landstrom in anyway. But it was a tough way to go out for Garter in this contest. As that ball gets lifted up, stays in play somehow. And it's going to go all the way down. Trying to find that teammate for the Nighthawks. They were looking for Ortiz specifically. Now they do win the ball back. It's Krulek. But it gets forced off. And now here comes Johnson. Johnson trying to win it for the Risers. It does get taken away there by Velez. But brought down maybe a little bit too harshly there by Johnson. So it will be a free kick here for the Nighthawks. Popped up going straight to goal, but Landstrom, 2 arms, able to take that one. Goes back to Kathy Hoff, who has a wonder goal of herself in this contest. To make it all the way back down to try to find Grace White. Grace White will pass it back to Lamont. Lamont back up towards Jarvie Tyler. Jarvie Tyler with a good sidestep, trying to get past some defenders there for the Nighthawks. She's got Johnson behind her if she wishes to do so, and an insane wrestling takedown. And it's a blue card for number 11, Lauren Kaminsky. An insane takedown. And so once again, Muskegon will have a player advantage. Just look at that, using the hands and just almost a wrestling style takedown. My goodness. And so a power play once again will be in favor of Muskegon Risers. Can they take advantage and score a goal that can give them the lead for the second time this game? Tries to pass it towards Lamont. Couldn't get the pass she wanted to. We'll have about 2 minutes with the advantage, which is pretty crucial at this point in the game where there's only 1 quarter to go. Grace White gonna try to control the midfield here as she passes it towards Johnson. Johnson off the boards. Ooh, almost an own goal opportunity there, but it'll go back towards Kathy Hoff. This one's gonna get taken away though. Now the Nighthawks have a chance to run away with this despite being a player down. They're gonna try and play this off the wall first, but look at the keeper going all the way out. Landstrom just pushing as far down the field as she can. The ball's going to go off the wall here. The Nighthawks just trying to push it as far away from their own goal as possible. The Risers looking to send it. You have Grace White. Again, trying to take control. Here comes Johnson, has a chance. Will she take the shot herself? She will. Cuts it across. And she scores. Natalie Johnson gives the Muskegon Risers their second lead of the night. They have not led since the very start of the third quarter when they were up 3-2, a lead which lasted not even a minute. So now that they have the lead once again, can they keep it? Natalie Johnson scores for the Muskegon Risers. And once again, their second power play goal when they were a player up. Of course, now, since they did score, it is back to an even 6-on-6 matchup. The power play ends prematurely due to the goal. So now it is even on the player count, not even on the score sheet though. Muskegon, for the second straight game in their friendly return series, they have scored 6 goals. Will they score more, though, is the question. In the final 10 minutes, do they have another goal in them? And again, there has not been a single point in this contest where a team has held a 2-goal lead over any one opponent. And so if there is an additional goal in this contest, history says that in this contest it could be the Nighthawks. But can the Muskegon RISERS change the history of what's happened in this game so far? So back to the defenders, trying for a slide tackle there for the Nighthawks. They win it back. Mia Williams definitely did not, or won't be able to score as quickly to tie the game back up as she did at the start of the third quarter. Ball goes a little bit to the left of the goal here. Now it's going to track its way back down. The Muskegon RISERS win it back. Trying to run down the field with it. Trying to find some openings. Maybe he'll take the shot herself. Jarvie Tyler. Oh, what a save there by Fairchild. I thought that went in the back of the net for a split second. But it was a quick reaction diving save for the Nighthawks to keep it a 1-score game. Goalkeeper passing it back to Mia Williams. The defenders have to do a lot of work there. Great job by Hernandez Veras. And the RISERS trying to do their best to keep the ball away from the Nighthawks as they're trying to face Carly Heelman, again, who has the first 2 goals for the Nighthawks. That one's just going to be passed back. Olsen, who looks to be all right after the injury timeout late in the third quarter there. Hernandez Veras. It's back to the Nighthawks. But Hernandez Veras trying to win the ball back for the RISERS. They will opt to play this one back. Olsen, she's able to get there. There's a lot of space in front of her, but she can't. This will go back towards Mia Williams. Williams will play it back. Just going to take a direct shot. Oh, and it does not go in somehow. Incredible save where it's off the left post for Landstrom. That was a great shot there by number 7, mainly no doubt. But the ball does not cross the goal line. And this stays a 1-goal lead for the Muskegon RISERS as the ball makes its way downfield. They're going to try to defend. Although you see a player tracking upfield to try to win. That's Emily Olsen looking for it. We'll see if she's able to get to the ball there as it's make its way around towards those corner boards. Looks like the keeper might have a chance to take that one herself if the ball is able to hit the box or not, or enter the box, I should say. So now, so that we might have a timeout again. Do we have a score update? Is this timeout in result to a goal? It might not be. But the ball is back on center field. Oh, and it was a goal. And it was a Muskegon RISERS goal. Oh, so I apologize, guys, that we missed the 7th Muskegon RISERS goal. But now for the first time in this game, it is a 2-goal lead for one of these teams. And it is Muskegon RISERS. Let's see if we can get a replay for you for how the goal took place. And so we saw all this take into effect. Mia Williams tried to pass it towards Ladowd. And that was a near shot. I'm still unclear of how that ball did not go in the back of the net. But with about 6 minutes to go in this contest, Muskegon RISERS now hold a 2-goal lead over the Youngstown Nighthawks. And it is a 7-5 game with just over 6 minutes to go. And so here we go. Muskegon, just over 6 minutes in this contest. They now hold a 2-goal lead over the Youngstown Nighthawks. The Nighthawks were leading for a majority, either leading or had the game tied for about 95% of this game. Oh, and that's a heavy collision there. Oh, she does not seem happy. That is a blue card. What was that, number 18? Mia Naudowd. And now it's a power play for the Nighthawks. Looks like the Risers will be down a player. That'll be number 26, Brandy Joe Craig. Heavy collision into the boards. And so the first power play of the game for the Nighthawks. This can definitely be a way to get themselves back into this contest. Let's see how harsh this one was. Ooh, just a heavy shove. Yeah, not even necessarily going for the ball there. Just pursing Nadal into the wall. And so now a power play for the Nighthawks. That'll last 2 minutes. If they score, though, of course, the power play ends prematurely. They're down 2, though, so they're going to have to score to be able to find themselves back into this contest within 1. They got to take advantage of being a player up, the Nighthawks. One's off the wall. Risers trying their best to defend. So they're going to cross to Nadal. We'll go back just beyond the box. Once again, Nadal with it. Trying to find some teammates between her and Kaminsky with the ball. The Risers will kick it away, right back to the keeper, Landstrom. Landstrom will punt this one downfield. It gets collected, though. Natalie Heilman has the first 2 goals for the Nighthawks. We'll pass it back towards Nadal. Nadal will send this one forward. We'll go back towards Heilman. Heilman taking a shot of her own. Off a couple of players. Will go towards Mia Williams. And now a couple of shots up there. Hits the boards above the goal. Stays in play. And the Muskegon Risers just trying their best to let the power play expire without surrendering or conceding a goal. Only about 30 seconds, I think, left in this power play for the Nighthawks. Another crazy shot by Heilman. And a good save by Landstrom. Landstrom going to toss this one as far down the field as she can. Not even aiming towards a player in general. Goes back to Heilman. Heilman likes the long distance shots. She'll pass it wide as it gets recollected by the Risers. Nadal trying to win it back. I imagine about 10 or 15 seconds left of this power play for the Nighthawks. Somewhat disappointing that the Nighthawks were not able to take advantage of this power play. And yeah, I do believe that number 26 is back into the game. Brandy Joe Craig, you can see her on the field. So it is back to an even playing field, and they didn't need it. Looks like they could have just scored without the power play. An unbelievable rocket shot that just finds its way into the top right corner of the goal. And that is number 7, Maylee Nadal, adding to her goal tally for the leading goal scorer for the Nighthawks. And it is back to a 1-goal contest. Will the Muskegon Risers hold on and get their first win as a newly brought back team? Or will the Nighthawks spoil the party and maybe force a draw for the second game in a row for the Risers? Looks like the scoreboard goes up to 7-7. So maybe we missed a Muskegon, or we missed a Nighthawks goal as well. If so, then this game is tied. And potentially, you're looking for the game winner in these last couple of minutes. What an insane shot. Goes all the way to the keeper Fairchild there. Or no, the scoreboard does say 7-6. So my apologies on that one. It does say 7-6. I just got that quick glimpse. Scoreboard in the stadium. Picked up by Landstrom. So the Nighthawks are looking for a game-tying goal. The Risers looking to hang on here and get their first win in years as a newly brought back team. So they're going to be spun back around. Are they looking to restore their 2-goal lead? They're going to try to, the Risers. That one gets lifted up. Looks like the ref will call a stoppage real quick. Looks like it's another blue card. And so for the second time in just a matter of minutes, the Muskegon Risers will be down a player. And they might be down a player for the rest of the game. That is number 5, Elena Santana. And yeah, it looks like there's about 2:40 left on the clock. Or almost 2:50, I should say. Looks like they'll be spending most of the rest of the game down a player unless the Nighthawks score very quickly. And so now the Nighthawks, they have a perfect opportunity to bring this game back to a tie. As that one goes around that left side of the field. Nighthawks will win this one back. The Risers just trying to poke it away from them. Natalie Heumann will go off the wall to try to find their teammate. He'll go back towards Heumann. Or Carly Heumann, I should say. She passes around. Going to try another long-ranging shot just above. Looking for Kendall Johnson there as well. But that gets picked away. Another long-ranging shot off the boards. Kendall Johnson is there once again, but the Risers just trying to clear that as far as they can. Carly Heumann was thinking about a long-range shot once again. We'll pass it towards the left side. And another long-ranging shot headed away by the Risers. It is not fully cleared yet. They're trying to clear it and kick it away. That is a good, successful clearance by the Risers. As it gets picked away, goes back to the keeper, Fairchild. They realize they got to hurry here. They're down a goal. Heumann, right around midfield. Back across. Trying to find their teammate, Havelt. This one goes back around towards Heumann. Heumann going to try a shot with the left foot just over the crossbar. And the Nighthawks trying to send as many balls into the box as they can. That one goes up and over the net. That one's going to be in favor of the Risers. Kendall Johnson just couldn't take control of that one. And so just a simple dump off. Looks like the Risers will just push this ball as far away as they can. It will go back towards the keeper. And the keeper will try to launch this one as far as she can. Although Johnson able to step in there and win possession once again. And the power play is over. So now it's back to an even 6-on-6. We have under a minute to go in this contest. Can the Risers hang on and get their first win since returning as a team in this friendly series as well? Santana trying to win the ball back. They've not had a lot of opportunity in this fourth quarter. They've scored a couple goals early on. These last 5-6 minutes or so have been all Nighthawks. Although one last chance for Santana to put it away. It's a diving save for Fairchild. Lamont. And that one goes wide left. The keeper will push that one away. Headed away by the Risers. Once again, top of the box. It's going to go back down, and that is the game. The Muskegon Risers will win this contest 7-6. The friendly match ends with the first win for the Muskegon Risers since returning as an indoor women's soccer team. After not being around for about 4 years or so, they come back, and in their second friendly matchup, they take down an MASLW team in the Youngstown Nighthawks. Very entertaining game with the scoreline 7-6. So we appreciate you for tuning in to this matchup on the National Soccer Network, and we will see you guys real soon.
Muskegon